My good friend Neil polished his son's shoes for school every day for 13 years. He polished his son's shoes so when they left the house that morning, they'd be ready to take on the world with perfectly polished shoes. The other day, Neil polished his son's shoes for the final time when his youngest son left home to go to university. And this got me thinking. One day, we'll do everything for the final time. It'll be the last time I tell Grayson to put on his shoes for school. It'll be the last time we pick them up for a hug. It'll be the last time we put them to bed and read them a book. There'll even be a last time that we tell them we love them. Perhaps simply by remembering that everything we do will one day do for the final time, we'll be less likely to neglect those moments as just part of our day. And remember, they're a byproduct of billions of years and trillions of decisions, all distilled into the now.
What's the dog doing in there?
Georgie, no.
We thought we were safe picking the quiet one. This week we're excited to be working with Boomerang and we are celebrating the 50th anniversary of Scooby-Doo. So to celebrate, we're going to have a big TV snuggle with the whole family and watch the new Scooby-Doo and Guess Who. We've got our Scooby snacks, which Stef picked up on the way home from school. We've got some popcorn in here and we've got some biscuits and stuff. So we are just gonna have a chilled out evening, snuggling up and watching that, having a bit of family time together. We find it quite hard to find something that we all want to watch. It can be quite tricky with children's cartoons, so Scooby-Doo has something for everyone, so it's an all-round pleaser in our family. Are you ready?
Scooby-Doo, where are you? What's the next bit go like?
We got some things to do now.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo and Guess Who?
They're calling this campaign the Big TV and Sofa Snuggle, which is basically a rallying cry for UK families to get together on their sofa and all watch TV together. Specifically tuning into the premiere of the all-new series Scooby-Doo and Guess Who from 5 p.m. on Tuesday the 1st of October on Boomerang.
Would you think I'm more like Shaggy or Freddy?
You're like a weird hybrid between both of them.
How could you say that? I'm one cravat off Freddy.
Basically, sweater girl.
You just call her Sweater Girl.
Yeah, I think so.
You could have dug a bit deeper for an insult than that, couldn't he?
I think he was making fun of the jumper that she's wearing. Actually, I really like her jumper.
The man bat. Scooby-Dooby.
Scoobs, you joker.
Huge thanks to Boomerang for sponsoring our video this week. Remember, you can tune in to the all-new Scooby-Doo and Guess Who from 5 p.m. on Tuesday the 1st of October on Boomerang. Scooby-Doo. Oh, God.
Don't you look cute today? Reefy's got some new clothes. I never buy him new clothes because he's always got hand-me-downs, but they're not the right size hand-me-downs for this weather. So he's got some cute little new clothes. Well, they're Grayson's old wellies, but show everyone your little top, mister. Should we go for a walk in the park? Should we take Doggy? Do you want to hold Doggy's lead? Yeah? You hold Doggy's lead? Come on then. Yeah.
A few years ago, a friend of mine called Andy set up a company called DNA Fit. You may remember him sending Hannah and I a swab.
Unlock your human potential.
I can't wait to unlock my human potential. We swabbed the inside of our mouths and we sent the swab off to his company, DNA Fit, and they then decoded it or analysed it, whatever they do at the lab. And they basically, from our DNA, could work out what kind of food we should be eating, what kind of food we should be avoiding, what kind of exercise we should be doing, how much rest and recovery we need. A really specific, drilled down analysis of the building blocks of us. Anyway, I finally found some time to sit down with Andy, the co-founder, and find out how it works and go through some of our results.
Everybody's different. We know, like, if we all ate the same food and we lived in the same room, we'd still see individual differences in the way we responded. So we help people like personalise their exercise, personalise their nutrition choices by understanding more about how they're made, not just about their average advice or what their friend did.
Alcohol sensitivity raised. What does that mean?
Yeah, that's actually a good thing.
Oh,
so,
okay.
you ever heard the phrase like, oh, a glass of red wine a day is actually good for you?
Yeah.
And in your case, you've got the gene which makes that true. So, like a small bit of wine every day, the version of the gene you've got has been shown that it gives a bit of a positive result on your HDL cholesterol, which is like the healthy cholesterol, basically. So, no harm in a little bit of wine every day for you. 10 glasses of wine doesn't equal 10 times the positive result, unfortunately, but yes. So that's good news.
So Andy took me through not only my results, but Hannah's as well. And it told us some really fascinating things, like Hannah's prone to rotator cuff injuries and Achilles heel injuries. I should stay away from refined carbohydrates and eat more cruciferous vegetables. There's some really interesting stuff in there that I never would have known unless I did this DNA test. But he saved the best bit of DNA information for last. Check this out.
There's this gene called ACTN3, and this gene is often called like the Olympic gene or the sprinter's gene, because there's a version of this gene which is completely overrepresented in elite level power athletes. So to give you an example, with this gene you can have three versions of the gene. You can either have the CC version, the CT version, or the TT version. So you either have two copies of the C, two copies of the T, or one of each, depending on what you inherited from mum and dad. And basically, you've got the C version. So you've got the CT. You've got one copy of the C version. And the C version is present in almost every Olympic level power athlete that's ever been genotyped. So that's you. So you're absolutely laughing. No.
Yes!
Does that mean you're going to be an Olympic sprinter? That's up to you, mate. But or could you have been?
I could have been. That's all I need.
It's present in a lot of non-Olympic sprinters, as you can see, but it's not as present.
So for those of you that didn't quite get that, what Andy said is that I have the genes of an Olympic athlete. As soon as I got off the phone to Andy, I emailed an ex and told her, "Hey Helen, can't believe it's been 5 years. I know you said never contact you again after what I posted through the door of the guy you cheated on me with. And yes, I know you think getting with someone else only 2 months after we broke up didn't technically count as cheating, but that just shows how much you... You know what? Never mind, Helen. I'm over it. Anyway, you're probably wondering why I'm emailing you after all this time. Well, I think you're going to find this very interesting, Helen. I've done a DNA test, and it turns out I have the same genes as an Olympic-level power athlete. Something you probably already knew deep down, but it's good to have it all made official, I guess. Perhaps don't tell Adam. I know he's always had a bit of a complex about being considerably shorter than me. I just wanted to tell you because he never agreed to the race I challenged him to. Guess now we know who would have won. See ya, Stef. If you guys are interested to find out if you have premium DNA, like moi, God, sorry, I couldn't do that with a straight face. If you guys are interested to find out if you've got athlete's DNA, then Andy's giving you a discount code with 25% off. I'll link that down below. It's a fascinating service, and best of luck to Andy. Really lovely guy. Wish him all the best with the business, and athlete's DNA.
Cola. You want to put it on him?
Yeah.
Should we put his lead on?
Yeah.
Would you rather all diseases in the world were cured, or a Lego which was a half spider, half spaceship?
It is Greece.
You'd rather diseases were cured?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Actually, like a spider.
I don't think I could love you anymore. Take a minute, feel it soar. I have got this till I'm gone. And if there is a light that tumbles through, how could it just not be you, hiding in the sun? Oh, you would hate this to be sad, the moments we've had. And I've just found out that life is a goddamn miracle, and the ending is a song. And there are a lifetime of words that I could say, but I've got none. I don't think I could sing this song to you. Hold my lips and power through. Think about a different day. Oh, my life is a song for you. Oh, my life is a song for you.
What is your favourite thing at the moment?
It's when Georgie just lies around on me.
That's your favourite thing, when he lies on you? What's your worst thing at the moment?
When Rufus tells tricks about me.
When Rufus tells fibs about you?
Yeah.
When he lies about you, what does he say?
When I just pretend to do this, when I'm close, but I'm in personal space, and he said ow, and he just goes and tells Mummy.
Oh, so even though you don't hit him, you just pretend to hit him.
Yeah.
He tells us that you hit him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's annoying, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I've been a little bit missing in action this week. I've had quite bad PMT for the last couple of weeks. I know I always go on about it, which is why I don't mention it anymore, because I think it annoys people. But yeah, I just felt a bit low and a bit run down, quite tired and stuff, so I haven't really wanted to pick up the camera and chat, because I just haven't really felt like chatting. I go quite introverted when I'm PMTing, I just want to be alone and at home and stuff, so I find it quite hard to pick up the camera and pretend to be normal when I feel that way. So yeah, I thought I would just explain why you haven't really seen very much of me, or I haven't really done much vlogging this week. But yeah, sorry, the washing machine's on in the background as well. Not very good at this week.
I want to tell you about a hack that we used to buy this house, because Hannah and I were actually unsuccessful on 2 other houses before we got this one. So we basically put bids in for 2 other houses and we lost both of those bids. But this house, we won it, and that's only because we used a hack. And I only know about this hack because of this guy. This is Will. He is a property entrepreneur and consultant, and he knows more about properties than I know about regret. I figured there might be a few of you watching who could benefit from knowing this house buying hack. So I met up with Will in a cafe, and I'm gonna let him explain to you how it works and why it's such an effective technique. Take it away, Will.
This hack is still ensuring that the owner is achieving the best price that they can, but is also making sure that you are not overpaying. Typically, when, and in your scenario, you found a property, it was your dream home, and in that scenario, a number of other people thought it was their dream homes as well. And in that scenario, an agent will always then advise their client that you go to a best and final offer scenario. Best and final offers, seal bids, there's a number of different ways that agents will spin it.
Okay, so if you're like me and find this more confusing than ladyboys, let me break it down. Let's say the house of your dreams is on the market for 400,000. You're willing to go up to 450,000, but you don't want to go that high to secure it. And you have another problem. There are 3 other buyers that want that house too. Scumbags. Often the estate agent will say the property is subject to what they call best and final offer. Now, what this means is that you need to submit a sealed bid with the amount you're willing to pay to secure the house. However, you're faced with another problem. None of the house buyers know how much the other buyers are willing to pay to secure the house. So in order to get the keys to that dream home of yours, you can often pay well over the next highest bid just to secure it. Well, there's a way around this. Go ahead, Will. Tell them.
So I would structure it as you offering £6,000 over the next highest bidder to a maximum of $450,000.
So some scumbag puts a bid into your dream home for $410,000, then your bid is simply $410,000 plus $6,000 on top of that. Anyway, if you want to know more about how to structure this offer, I've put in a longer version of this chat with Will in another video that I've linked below. Hopefully that helps a few of you out there. If it does, please do let me know.
I looked at the forecast today, just a minute ago, and it's raining until the forecast ends. It's basically raining till next Wednesday.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gonna go swimming.
You know what I've learned over the years of producing these videos? If any of you play an instrument, it's a lot like that. Sometimes you'll have a spare few minutes and you'll randomly pick up that instrument and something wonderful will come out. And so the next day you decide to dedicate some time to it. You light some candles, get out a pen and paper to note down ideas. You'll scoop up that instrument ready to play something majestic and you'll sound worse than your dad crying in the bathroom. You'll wonder why you don't sound wonderful like you did yesterday when you weren't even trying. Maybe it's because you weren't trying. Maybe that's the trick. Maybe you should just let it happen. Yeah, that's easy to say, but you have a gig next week and thousands of people are coming, so stop wasting your time making pedestrian analogies and get back to work, you pathetic little waste man. Anyway, that's what it's like producing these videos. Sometimes they flow, and sometimes they don't. Just like most things in life, I guess.